In January of 2021, Rosso Lake College introduced its first ever January term. This month-long intensive and immersive learning experience represents many things. More than anything, it is a powerful opportunity for our entire school community to dive deeply into who we truly are as a school. It is very easy in the education world to lay claim to ideas and perhaps implement just enough to validate those claims. It is quite another endeavor to truly examine, imagine, explore, and leverage. For us, that means an unwavering pursuit of exactly who we say we are. The story of January and May term starts with a passionate, active, dedicated team of teachers whose engagement in the very idea of education models the kinds of experiences we continually work to create for our students in our classrooms. In the spring of 2020, as we looked ahead to the continued disruption of a global pandemic, we examined our academic schedule and calendar, not just as a way to better accommodate learning through the unknown, but also as a way to better connect learning with our identity through the indefinite future. Several initiatives were key to that, including January and May term. We are a school that dreams big. And indeed, we will continue to imagine the infinite possibilities of a January and May term beyond a pandemic. I, for instance, can't help but to recall my most powerful science, geography, geology, history, and even art lessons that occurred while exploring the Masai Mara in Kenya or the Galapagos Islands in Ecuador. But in keeping with an ongoing theme, COVID-19 has forced us to take a closer look at and build a deeper appreciation for the incredible opportunities of our immediate surroundings. The beautiful geography and amazing resources of Rosso Lake College meant our inaugural January term, limited in its scope by a global pandemic, actually had no limits. How about a group of senior level students in an outdoor education leadership class, braving a polar vortex, spending each and every minute of each and every day exploring not only every corner of our kilometers of trail, but also the individual capacity for challenge, learning, and growth through highly collaborative experiences. Spending 2 nights outdoors in self-made snow shelters alone is daunting. In a team, it is affirming, exciting, and even fun. We are indeed an outdoor education school. We are also an experiential school. And this means we have a deep appreciation for the impact of experience on learning. We know that when concepts of physics are actually applied and lived, they're also more embedded and lasting. January and May term then are about the power of a sustained, uninterrupted experience. A senior level biology class, for instance, may seize the chance to connect with our natural environment, in the middle of winter no less. Students didn't just learn about sexual and asexual reproduction in plants, they also got to experiment with methods, propagating succulents and cacti. In our middle school, our students were treated to an entirely different kind of experience, turning the walls of their classroom into a collective art project, an endeavor that was co-created by the entirety of the group. And this empowered young minds through the open acknowledgement of their ideas and ambitions. How about a group of senior students experimenting with the world of business? They didn't just learn about concepts of business, they assumed essential roles connected to vision, operations, finance, marketing, and more in creating a viable, profitable business that raised substantial funds for a local wildlife sanctuary. To an innovative educator, time is a gift. It is the urgency of a day and a timetable that can push learning into traditional paradigms that we know are less effective. In January term, we saw teachers leveraging opportunities, thoughtfully designing how and where the learning was occurring, connecting content with experience, and not just outside the classroom, but inside the classroom as well. Of course, COVID-19 has more poignantly defined the digital age and the extent to which the world is truly at our doorstep. January term then also opened this world of possibilities. And what better way to enrich a careers class than with the wisdom of several Rosso Lake College alum? This also meant that grade 9 and 10 students were granted the opportunity to live in the very idea of careers and their futures, culminating with a simulated job interview. Similarly, in a civics class, students were not just learning about politics, they were creating political parties and campaigning the entire school population. This dedicated and passionate group of 9th and 10th graders immerse their technology learning in the experience of creating and implementing Rosso Lake College's first ever film festival, an evening that showcased several of their own short films, but also shone a huge spotlight on the incredible talent throughout the entire student body. January and May terms. 1 month, 1 class, 1 unforgettable experience for each of our learners, embedded in their minds as a clear capsule in which learning is more tightly held, yet more easily accessed. We are experiential, Indigenous knowledge-based, outdoor education, environmental. As we look ahead to the future May and January terms, we will continue to dream about a 10th grade history class in Europe, or an Indigenous studies class kayaking the BC coast, or an environmental science class in Costa Rica. We will also, however, remain forever excited by continuing to understand the incredible potential on our campus.